2026 is not the same market.
2026 is not the same market.
2026 is not the same market.
All right, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to the 2026 Empower State of the Market Address. So in this video, we're going to cover some of the key distinctions that we're seeing in the 2026 market that make it very different from 2025, 2024, and the last few years of crazy that we've seen in the real estate market in the Greater Edmonton area. So whether you're thinking of right-sizing and selling your home and buying in 2026, whether you're considering picking up your first home in 2026, or like many of the people we've spoken to recently, perhaps you're considering selling and relocating in 2026. We're going to cover the statistical trends that you need to be aware of so you don't get left chasing the market. Now, for those of you who may want to rewatch this video, if you're seeing a clip on social media, or if you'd like to download a PDF summary, including the slide deck, the charts and graphs, and of course, if you're watching this on YouTube or you're seeing a clip of this on Facebook or Instagram, be sure to smash the like button, do us a favor. It helps us with the algorithm and getting this important information out to Greater Edmonton and area home buyers and home sellers. So to start things off, Sandy Umrysh is going to come on and discuss the two key distinctions and statistical trends that we're seeing right now that separate 2026 from the last few years of market activity. And then we're going to have Tyler Ouellet cover exactly how these things can impact you as a homeowner or a home buyer in 2026. And like always, if you have any questions or you'd like to schedule a clarity consultation and see how these market dynamics are affecting and impacting your decision making, feel free to give us a call or text at the numbers on the screen or in the description down below. And myself, Sandy, and Tyler would love to get in touch with you to book that consultation. And with that, I'll ask Sandy to come up and go over those key distinctions. Sandy?
So as Justin said, there are two key distinctions that we've been keeping tabs on since late 2025, but we'll get to that in a moment. First, let's set the scene. The last 5 years have been the hottest market we've seen ever, including the real estate boom in 2006 and 7, when rising oil prices drove increased job growth, GDP growth, and net migration to Alberta from across the country. From 2020 to 2025, the real estate market was driven primarily by low interest rates and net migration to Alberta, not because of the GDP and job growth, but because of affordability compared to other areas of the country. Edmonton still remains one of the most affordable major metropolitan centers in the country, and we expect this trend to continue. However, unlike the last 5 years of upward volatility in the Edmonton area real estate market, we believe this up-only trend is shifting. This is driven by creeping interest rates, a slower economy, and two key distinctions. Number one, increased inventory. Compared to 2025, the first quarter of 2026 saw an elevated level of inventory coming into market. The first 3 months of 2026 saw roughly 30% more inventory come on the market compared to the same period in 2025. Number two, lower sales volume. Compared to the first quarter 2025, we've seen a significant drop in Q1 2026 sales volume. Between January to March of 2026, we've seen an average decline in year-over-year sales volume of approximately 12.5%. You don't need an economics degree to figure out that supply rising and demand dropping typically leads to an increase in price action. This is reflected in the Realtors Association of Edmonton's own recent news release that shows the Greater Edmonton Area's MLS Home Price Index is down 2.9% compared to 2025. Now, here's what this doesn't mean. We are not necessarily in a buyer's market right now. We aren't in a bad market right now. But what this does mean is that we are entering into a significant market shift. 2 years ago, if you listed a property with the right pricing, the right presentation, the right positioning, and the right professionals, you could expect a flood of showings in the first 24 to 48 hours and multiple offers within the same time. Last year, with all the right ingredients for success, you could still expect a burst of showings within the first few days and likely have an offer or possible multiple offers within the first few days to a week. This year, we are seeing less instances of multiple offers and same-day home sales. We are seeing less instances of listings selling over asking in a rapid time frame. With the right strategy, you can still achieve multiple offers or a fast home sale at a high price, but you absolutely cannot afford to miss the mark on how you're priced, how you prepare your home, and how your professional helps you position and present your listing. In short, the days of getting away with murder are gone. For a replay of this video and to download a copy of the slide deck, statistics and charts, and a summary of our insights, visit www.howsthemarket.ca. We'll make sure the link is on screen and in the description of this video. And now, Tyler is going to follow up and explain what all these details mean for you, whether you're buying or selling, or both, in 2026. Tyler?
Thanks for the stats, Sandy. My name's Tyler Ouellet, and we're going to look at the stats of what it looks like for someone to move in 2026. And really, it depends if you're on the buying end or the selling end of the real estate transaction. For buyers, we need to keep in mind that well-priced listings will still go fast, and you may still be dragged into a multiple offer situation. But what we've seen over the last quarter is this is becoming less common over the past few years. You need to have clarity on what you're looking for. But if you happen to miss out on a great listing, statistically speaking, you will likely find that other listings will come onto the market, especially with the elevated levels of inventory compared to 2025. For sellers, the days of getting a dozen offers on the first weekend or even in a day are gone. Unless, of course, you have exceptional pricing, presentation, and positioning. It's still possible to get multiple offers, but the strategy of waiting for after the weekend or even a week may not yield the best result for your goals of selling for maximum market value. For those of you considering buying and selling at the same time, your window of opportunity to do things in a smooth and confident manner is much smaller than 2025 or years prior. If you value certainty and accuracy, whether buying or selling or both, please reach out to us for a clarity consultation. We'll have the details on screen and in the description of this video.
All right, friends, that concludes our State of the Market address for Q1 2026. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this and to get informed so you can make a good decision about your real estate goals in 2026. I am Justin Lefebvre, and along with Sandy Umrysh and Tyler Ouellet, we're the Empower Real Estate Group at Maxwell Challenge Realty, and we'd love to hear from you if you'd like to discuss your goals. So book that clarity consultation today with no obligation, no hassle, and no pushy sales tactics, and we'd love to get in touch with you to see how you can navigate the changing market in 2026. And if you know somebody who would appreciate this information, feel free to share the link with them, www.howsthemarket.ca. Like always, get empowered, and we'll see you on the next video.